talk to us about Ahura Mazda. We all keep talking to Ahura Mazda, Dadaji helped her joke, right? So she's going to explain you a lot of things about it. If you all want to ask anything, please wait for your turn. Whenever she gives you a chance, you can ask, right? And before asking you what you are supposed to do, raise your hands up. Okay? So ready? All set?
Okay. So boys, before we start, we have a little small nice practice. What do we do first? We play two Antavalyo and one Ashim. हाँ, तो बस सब करिए। चलो, हुआ दे जाओ। चलो, So I explained to them how we are from Canada. Okay, and Tommy Evan, Evan and Acha, a very nice chocolate on a panel. You should enjoy and finish it. What nice information के chocolate match है, जिसमें कि आपने बता जरूर learn कर सकते. Okay, so Havove auntie, I'll request her to start off.
Thank you, Hanos. Thank you, and thank you guys for being here. I'm both happy now for you guys to be here early in the morning. Okay, but today I want to ask you a question first. What is Scouts and Guides all about? I'm not a Scout or Guide. What is it about? Tell me. Who can tell me? Tell me. Go ahead. What? Huh? We do activities and all. What else do you do at Scouts and Guides? Why do you go? What that? What is this?
Scouting and Guiding is basically an organization where it teaches us how to be an independent person when we travel alone, how to be an independent person.
Very nice.
We do some activities which maybe they have never done before, like many other activities, first aid,
Right. Very nice. What else? Anybody else can add to that? What else do you do at Scouts and Guides? Anybody else can add? Yes, please. Teaches you to be disciplined. What does Scouts and Guides teach you that the school doesn't teach you? Can you tell me? Yes. How to be a good citizen. Very nice. What is any adults want? I mean, elder kids want to tell me? What does Scouts and Guides teach you that school doesn't teach you? How activities? Sorry?
Survival life skills.
Survival, yes. Okay. So basically, Scouts is teaching you things that school doesn't teach you, right? Am I right? Okay. And so, why then, so Scouts teach you how to be a good person, right? Teaching you all how to survive, how to be a leader, right? You're learning how to be little leaders, right? So what is religion? Why do you have to come up for religion now? What does religion do now? You go to school, you go to Scouts, now why religion? What does religion teach you? Can somebody tell me? Why do we go? Yes, telling Zaidan. Okay, both are them. Why do we do religion? You don't know. That's a good answer. That's a very good answer. So, how many people don't know? Very good. Okay, that's a good answer. So now you know why you're here today, because you don't know what religion is supposed to teach you. Anybody does know what religion is supposed to teach you? Yes, please stand up here. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. Very good. And I'm going to ask you about that in a little while. Yes, darling. You don't know? You don't know? You don't want to say it? These are all your friends. You don't know. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. Very good. What? What, darling? Okay. But Scouts teaches you that too. Huh? And pray, yes. No, Scouts doesn't teach you how to pray. So pray is good. Very good. Very good. So then the whole thing is, why are we here then? So what now? You said care teaches you how to be good. Good words, good thoughts, good deeds, right? So does being a good person equal, does that same equal sign come there? I'm a good person, so that means I'm a good Zartosti? You think that's what it means? How many people think that's what it means? What is a good person and a good Zartosti? What is the difference? Anybody know? Adults. Does anybody know what is the difference? Ah, darling, both. Yeah. Right. Very good. That's very good. But there's a small difference, okay? There's a small difference in being just a good person, because everybody in the world is supposed to be a good person, right? No matter what religion you are, no matter what culture you are, no matter where you've come from, you're supposed to be a good person. Correct now? Right now? So religion teaches you that according to Zoroastrianism, being good means walking on that path that you will get to know Ahura Mazda. And today so many people say they don't know what Ahura Mazda is, right? How many know Ahura Mazda? You know him? Right? Very good. He's your prophet. Well, who's Ahura Mazda? What? You don't Huh? He's God, yes. Huh? He is the God. Where's darling? There's that. Very good. Very good answers. Very good answers. So now how do you get to know him? How do you become? So you know, I don't know, right? Huh? And he's always with you. That's very good.
Please repeat the answer.
Oh, because they're not hearing now? Okay, okay. Is there, okay. That's why I walked close to him so that he could, so he's your, so she was saying that they can't hear you on the mic. So I'm just going to repeat some of the answers. Number one is, I don't know. Then there's God is always with us. He's God. What else is he? What else? How many people? Okay. He sees us. He knows everything, right? Is there anywhere you can go and hide and he doesn't know what you're doing or thinking? Anywhere in the world, can you go under that, behind that table and find? No, right? So he knows everything. He sees everything, right? But you don't see him. You don't know him, right? So religion, yes, darling. Religion then is going to teach you why you come here today, to teach you how to get to know Dadaji. How do you get to know Dadaji? How many of you are friends here? Do you have a friend here? Yes? Yes? Very good. So very good. So I have to say something else. How many of you woke up in the morning? What did you do? What did you think about? Tell me. Tell me. Sorry, I can't see your name from here, darling. Faraz. Tell me, Faraz, what happened? Such a beautiful answer he's given me. Such a beautiful answer. What about you, Saurabh? What did you going to say? He said, I get up in the morning. Sorry, I'll just repeat that. You get up in the morning, you say your two Tawarius, one Hashembo. Is that what you said? And you thank Dadar Mazda for everything. Correct? Simple things. Very nice. Saurabh, what are you going to say?
I wake up in the morning, then I pray one Tawera and one Hashembo.
Okay.
And then I
Oh, very nice. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Okay. So, and how many of you, after your prayers, how many of you talk to Dadaji? You talk to, oh, this is superb. What do you say to Dadaji? What do you say to Dadaji? Your prayers are communicating to God, I know. But do you talk to Him other than your prayers? Do you talk to Him? Other? Very good. Very good. Rizad, you? Thank you for the world, their almighties. How lovely. So you know what? Hanoz sir and Havove madam has told me that you guys are really smart and you know a lot about religion, and see, they're right, because today in Canada and America and US, a lot of kids your age and a lot of adults also don't have the opportunity to have such good teachers and have the opportunity to go to Adyari and Adasveram and Viaram Parsi colonies. So you know what you're going to do today? You're going to help me. Because you guys are going to become teachers. Because whoever's going to watch this from home, from Australia, from Canada, from US, they're going to learn a lot from you. Okay? So can you guys ready to be teachers? Yay! Who's ready? Okay. Okay. No, darling. Only in India. Okay, so today we're here to get to know Ahura Mazda. And yes, a few minutes ago I asked you if you had friends here. Can you guess who my best friend is? Do you know who's my best friend? Who's my best friend? My best friend is Dadar Mazda. You know why he's my best friend? You know why? Because everything I do, I first ask him, and I want him to be with me in everything I do. And as I keep talking to him, even when I was a little kid like you guys, I started hearing his answers. I mean, he didn't come in my ears and tell me, but in our thoughts, things that we never thought of before, we can understand that, okay, I ask a question and somehow I get an answer. Maybe some adult will answer me, maybe I'll read something, maybe somebody else will say something and I'll get my answer. So this is how we communicate with God. Because how many people of us have a cell phone? You have a cell phone? Okay, can all of you please call Dadaji? Why not? He doesn't have a phone. He knows everything, but he doesn't have a phone. My God. You have. So the best phone is prayers, to talk to him. And then you should, after your prayers, you actually do talk to him. Like you talk to your friends. Involve Dadaji in everything that you say and do. Okay? So today it's going to be a tough questions for you guys, all right? Because I'm going to ask you, how do we get to know Dada or Mazda? We're going to find out who, do you ever say, who am I? If Dadaji is there in everywhere and everything, then what am I? What are you? How did you get here in your bodies? Where are you from? All right? Why are you here? Why are we here on this earth? We're coming. Right now, just let you think about it. And then what is religion? Okay? So, why do we need to know Ahura Mazda? Can anybody tell me why we need to know him? Why do we need to know him? Right. So supposing he always helps us in everything is the answer. So supposing you didn't know who your parents were. Okay, if you didn't know who your parents are, would you want to know? Yeah, you'd want to know, right? So now Dadaji created everything. He created the whole world, the whole universe. He created you. So now you want to get to know him, right? So it's very important. So this is very simple stuff. And you know, I know you guys have learned a lot and you've memorized a lot about religion. But the main thing is you've got to get to know him from in your heart. He has to become your best friend. Okay, best friend. It means something. Okay? Because just like our parents, if we are in trouble, Our parents come to our aid, right? Some problem at school, some other problem, some health problem. Our mummy, daddy to Avina, they are always helping us, correct? Right. So similarly in life, Dadar Mazda is there and he is there to help you. So only if you communicate with him all the time, you're with him all the time, then you get to know him. Okay? So I'm going to find out how much you guys are. I think I already found out, but I'm going to ask again anyway. I want to know how much you love him because I'm going to find out what's in your heart. I'm going to listen. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to listen to you guys. Okay? What is in your heart? What is the things that you love most? Can somebody tell me what you love most? Yes. My family. Anything else? Who do you love most? Yes. Huh? God. Very good answer. Smart answer. Yes, darling. You don't know? You don't know who you love? You don't know anything? Okay. So here's the thing. What's in our hearts, right? Some people, what we want to think about is food. Some people want to think about sports. First thing you think about sometimes is your friends when you wake up in the morning. Sometimes it's family. So now you have to wonder, the first thing you wake up in the morning, you have to think about God as your best friend. It's the father of all your fathers and all your mothers and everything. He is the one. Okay? And why do we like these things? How many people like sports? Right on. How many people love their family? Right on. Right? And what makes you like these things? What makes you like sports and family and friends? What is it? What's the whole thing? Sorry, have fun. Have fun. We're happy with them. So these are the same. You want you to practice this tonight, huh? When you go home from here, you have to have the same practices with Dadaji. Whatever you want to have, you like sports, it's fun. Whatever you do, you include Dadaji in all these things, okay? Because Dadaji should be there. It's a relationship. If I say there is somebody hiding behind that door, and that person is your best friend, you want to know who he is? Yeah, you want to know, nah? You'd want to know. So until you find out who that person is, how will you know? So same thing with Dadaji. We have to make an inquiry, not only just what we got teach in school, not that that's bad. You have to learn what's in school, but individually as personal. It's personal. It's your friend. You have to get to know Dadar Mazda, okay? And you get to know him the same way you get to know people. How do you get to know a new person? How did you get to know me right now? What happened? Yes, Dad. Huh? By communicating. That's an excellent answer. By communicating. So you say, hi, how are you? What's your name? I found out your names this morning. Right? Then I found out what you like and what you don't like. And then if we like things that are the same, then usually we become friends. Right? Because we like the same sports, we like the same music, we like the same things, and now we become friendly. So similarly with Dadar Mazda, it's not just what you learn in school. It's not just what you learn to memorize about Sadhana Sastrans and what you memorize about the Iksoiknam and things. But you have to become his friend. He has to be in your life every minute of the day. Okay? So you can ask Dadaji the same questions. Hi, how are you? Where are you from? What's your name? We're going to ask. We're going to ask right now. Okay? We're going to ask. So this is just saying that Dadaji, make Dadaji your friend. Okay? How many names does Dadar must have? 101. And where can we find them? In the Avesta. And who can all say them? Can everybody here say them? All of you? Does everybody know them? No? Few of you? Okay. But how do you get to know him if you don't know his names? You know his names? Very good. I'm going to test you.
Mami ako, ani ako, andero, dira, isin, karina, dan asa kororo pana, ay ano, anay, so tum was, usekat, और उम्मीद और मैं घने देश के नाच करोnis ano sak sak kaju adal fa ko abakyak abalja asitu rock ko varun aho eko thata adui kamerat firman kam ek hote akar mo saman na sanaya atras adi satras din tum nugar am nugar nun ab ade bade raja number bad ade bad number bad ger bad Putri tumbal bergaya apun gelade bergaya el number गर घरू घराघर और घराकर जो उगुमाने तो मन अकुआन नमस्कार प्रस्तुत ना करवाने पुरोष सावन और मर्द नाम लेंगे रास
Okay, doesn't matter. It's okay. So it's excellent. That's excellent. Wow, that's excellent. So now do you know what all those names mean? No, of course not. Even I don't know what everything means. Not, but I know what some of them means. Okay, some of them mean. Who's good at reading here today? Who's good at reading? Okay, I'm going to get some volunteers in a minute. Okay, to read one passage. Okay, so the first name is what we all know, Yazid. And what does Yazid mean? Does anybody know? It's important to know what the first name means. It's very important. Yazid, what's the first name mean? It means, look at what does it say? Oh, you can't read it. Worthy of worship. Now, tell me what that means. What does worthy of worship mean? Right. So when you say, I want to win this game, who are you asking? Dadar Mazda or some darker side? Who do you ask? You're asking God. So the thing is, you have to know who you're worshiping. He is worthy of worship because He's perfect, pure, all good, all light. Correct? Am I right? You don't worship other things. You don't look at the movie stars and what they're doing in their life, and you don't worship them and want to become like them. Like, you can do the good things that they're doing, but you're worshiping Dadar Mazda. He's the one that's worthy of worship. He's the one that you can become like him. He's the one that you can pray to. You can't pray to anything and anything that you see. Right? Isn't that what worthy of worship means? So you have to keep in mind what is worthy and what is not worthy of worship. Bad things are not good to worship. Correct? Correct? Evil things are not good to worship. Bad deeds are not good to worship. But Dadar Mazda's first name, Yazid, means that he can be worshipped. Okay? Okay, some volunteers, just so you have an idea about some of the other names, and hopefully you take some interest later on. Fast to read this. Okay? Come stand here, darling, beside me. So you can read from here if you want.
When we begin our day with the worship of Ahura Mazda, we attune ourselves with the one worthy of worship, Yazid, the all-powerful Unwispat one, the all-knowledgeable Unwispama, the Lord of all that is Unwispatuda.
That's very good. Can I get another volunteer? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So you know that He's all-powerful. You know that He's all-knowledgeable. You know that He's the God of all that exists, correct? Isn't it good to know these things? Okay. Another volunteer, please come up and read. Who can read? Come. Pachi you. Pachi Zias. Pachi Jehan. Okay. Can you read this? Out loud. We attune
ourselves to the one who has no limits, yet the one who is the limit of all limits, for He has no beginning.
Abada.
Abada and without an end abhyanta.
Yeah. So that means Dadar Mazda is no beginning and no end. He's not limited. You cannot put him in a small little box. You cannot define him because it's beyond limits, right? That's what this means. Who is the next one? I think Zias. Now Zias, come here. Say it out loud, darling. My mic is on me.
He is the root of all creation,
Bunashte.
Bunashte, but is also its final end.
Fraktante.
He is everlasting and immortal and Asha. And he is blessed,
Hallowed light.
hallowed light, hermit.
Very good. Very nice. Did you guys understand that? Huh? He's the root of all creation. He created everything. He's also the final end. When everything is done and finished, it's him only. That's all there's left, right? He's immortal. He doesn't die. Okay, and he's hallowed, blessed, hallowed light. Who was next? Jahan. Come stand here because the mic is on this side. Oh, we did this. Okay.
He is the supreme judge, power, yet he is merciful, Avakshya. He is the unconquerable, Asato. He is the deliverer from evil, Varun. His will is the law, Farmanika.
His will is the law and he is the deliverer from evil. What does that mean? That if you follow his laws, okay, that any aprama bhi kebi khottu hoy, aprama bhi negative thoughts hoy, jealousy hoy, hatred hoy, baddi cheez aprama thi, he will cleanse us. You see what an amazing friend he is? So supposing you had a friend right now and you are running a marathon and that friend kept, and you're practicing for this marathon and the friend kept telling you, relax, do it tomorrow, relax, do it tomorrow. Is that being a good friend? When you're trying, no. So he's going to test you. He's going to make sure you become that really good person. Okay? He's that kind of a friend. It's not just a friend that'll just make you be happy doing nothing. He's going to turn you into something incredible, something like powerful, light. Okay? All right. I need one more volunteer. Oh, okay, Urvaksh, come. Come. Can you read from here?
He is the master craftsman, Gargar. He is ageless and timeless, Urjaman. He is ever protecting, Parshatana. He is
Triumphant.
triumphant,
Victorious.
Rogar.
Mm-hmm.
He is the blesser and
The balancer.
and the moderator of all things. Padmani.
Very good. You want to read a little bit? Okay. I think this is the last one. Say it louder. He is the Lord of existence.
The Lord of existence.
Ahu.
The master of
Righteousness. Kierkegaard. The liberator. Bhakhtar. Renovator. Say it loud. Renovator.
Renovator and
Restore.
restorer. He is the Lord of knowledge and wisdom.
He is?
Ahura Mazda.
Say it loud again. He is who?
He is Ahura Mazda.
Yes. Thank you. That's excellent. See, when you learn a little bit about his names, we begin to understand Dadar Mazda a lot more, correct? We begin to want to know more. So there's lots of places where you can learn about his names. These were just a few, okay, just to give us an idea. The other thing is we've said already, okay, Dadar Mazda is everywhere, right? Right? Is everybody said Dadar Mazda is everywhere? So he's everywhere, and if you can't see him, right? He's important. So he's in Hasti. What is Hasti? Does somebody know what Hasti is? What? Heaven. Very good. And he's in, I don't have it written here, but he's in Hasti, he's in Misti, he's in all the planetary worlds, he's in all the universe. Everywhere you'll find him, right? Where else is he? He's also on this earth. He's here right now with us. He's part of you. He's part of me, right? Right? So now, he's everywhere. He can hear us. He knows what we're thinking. How do we get in touch with him? How do we contact him? Yes. Very good. Say it again, through the... Very good. Pray, Jehan, very good. Pray to the Divo and Atash. That's excellent. Okay, because we can't phone him, right? Right on. Okay, but there's another way also. Once you pray to the Divo and Atash, then you also have to talk to him every day. So whenever you have a problem and you talk to your friends about your problem and you talk to your mom and dad about the problems, try talking to Dadaji. And Dadaji will help you through these problems. Okay? Okay, so we all said we like our friends because we all play the same sports, we all play the same, like the same music, you know, do the same things. So how do you know what Dadar or Mazda loves? What does Dadar or Mazda love? Can anybody tell me? Yes, telling. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. Very good, Cyrus. What else does Dadar or Mazda love? Yes, darling. Huh? Making everyone pray. Why does everyone have to pray to Dada or Mazda? So that we can come. But do you know what you're praying when you pray? Huh? Very good. Is that very good? Super duper. I'm impressed. All the kids everywhere are going to be so impressed at you guys. You know, I've written these books, I have to tell you. Such lovely answers. I've written these books, and in Canada and US and other countries, everybody's telling me they're too high and the children don't understand and the parents don't understand. And I come to India, everybody tells me they're too low and the children know far more and the parents know far more. So you guys are really going to be great teachers, right? You're going to be great teachers to all these Parsi kids. Do you? Which one do you have? You have the yellow one. Which one? Oh, I thought as much. Otherwise, I would have. Oh, yeah. Oh, you have so many. Oh, that's very good. But did you like them? Did you read them? Ah, did you read them? No. Okay, so what does Ahura Mazda love? Adults. Teenagers, what does Ahura Mazda love the most, more than anything? What is our religion about? More than anything. More than anything. He loves us. What else does he love? What else does he love? What is Zoroastrianism all about? What does he love? See, this is not going to be a memory kind of banging you on the head like I want to know from you. What does Ahura Mazda love? The good path. What does the good path mean? What is good? What is good? How do you know what is good? Okay. What else? Nobody else can tell me. Yes. But it's based on something. Good words, good thoughts, good deeds are based on something. There's only one path, and that is the path of truth. You all know this, right? There's only one path, and it's the path of truth. You're either going down the right way or coming back the wrong way. Correct? So what does he love? Where can you find him? On which end of that path will you find Dadar or Mazda? End of truth, right? The very end. You're not going to find him on the other side, right? It's one road. You either go up or go down. Correct? Correct? Guys, correct? You understand what I'm saying? Right? Very good. Very good. So it's all about truth. Dadar or Mazda loves truth. And what does that mean? What does it mean he loves truth more than anything? You love your friend, right? But sometimes you will kind of maybe not tell the truth just to protect your friend. Is that correct? How many of us have done that? Not told the truth. Come on, be honest. Try to say, Mom, it's okay. No, I'm with my friend, but then you're somewhere else. How many of us have done that? Okay. So, but Dadaji loves truth more. That means on any circumstances, even if you've done the wrong thing. So even if you've done something wrong, school will send you home and they'll say, you hit 1 second. The school will send you home and say, your child hit somebody or was rude to somebody. So instead of saying, no, I didn't do it, he made me do it, she made me, instead of saying that, you have to say, no, mommy, daddy, I did do this. That is the truth. And then you have to suffer the consequences. That means they might get mad at you. They might discipline you, whatever it is. But the truth, you have to love the truth more than you love anything. That is what Dadaji loves, the truth more than anything else. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Give me an example. Somebody give me an example of this. Yes, darling, give me an example.
God only has truth because if we say one lie, we have to say no lies.
Very true. Very true. Does anybody else understand the truth thing? Huh? So what is truth? Tell me what does truth mean? What does truth mean? Truth means to you, okay, not telling a lie. Is that correct? Everybody, right? Is that one meaning of truth? Yeah? Who knows this story? Who knows this story? Do you know it? Let me hear it. You know this story? Nobody on this side knows this story?
I
Okay, hold me.
know, but I don't.
Then, Buzin, tell. What's this story about?
That horses one leg got cut and
That's not this story. You're confusing the picture. This is a different story. Let me say it very quickly. This is in our Parvandin, when they say the Farokshi, you will hear his name, Shiavaks. And he was a very high soul. He was a very pure person. He always stood up for the truth. But, huh? Prince Shiavaks, you're right. Right, my God. So intelligent these kids are. Okay, so you can probably teach this class right. So Shiavaks was accused of something that he didn't do. And he was they said, you're lying, and then he said, no, I'm not lying. They said, prove it. Now he was such a high soul and he was such a truthful person that they said, if you're telling the truth and if everything is what you say is true and you didn't commit this crime, then you can walk through this fire and nothing will happen to you. But if you committed the crime and you're telling a lie, then surely the fire will burn you, because the fire is all about truth. So he took the challenge, Shiavaks. And it's called trial by fire. And he and his horse walked through this fire without anything. They didn't get even a little bit of a burn on them. Look at him, he's fully clothed, because Atas knew, okay, he's telling the truth, and Atas protected him. So yes, truth is telling the truth and not lying. That is one aspect of truth. How much time do I have? The time? But there's more to truth than just saying the truth and not saying a lie. What does the truth mean? Can anybody else tell me? Yes, Dali.
No half lies.
No half lies. That's still telling the truth. Anything else? Be righteous. Very good. So the truth also means, if I tell you, see, none of us, it would be a miracle. None of us remember being born, right? Do you remember the moment you were born? Anybody remember? No. So if I told you that a big bird came and dropped you in your mommy's hands, and then you grew up and mommy brought you up, it would be an okay story. You would have to believe me because you don't remember being born, right? Correct? But similarly, the truth means, how did we get here? How did Dadar, how did we come here? Why are we here? Understanding about who you are. So the truth is that you were born. And so you want to know that you were born and the bird didn't drop you in mommy's coral, right? You want to know the truth, correct? You want to know who you are, where you come from. So the truth is more than just telling the truth, it's understanding the truths in nature, the truth about Dadaji, the truth about why we're here. Why are we in this life? Why do we go through bad things and good things? All these things is about truth. It's also the path of truth, okay? It means understanding that why did Dadaji create the heavens and the planets? These are not questions we're going to answer today, but I want you to understand it. That there's more questions for you to ask, not just, okay, I have to do Manashni, Garshni, Kunashni, because sometimes we don't know what is good and what is bad. Sometimes you will try to defend somebody, you'll think that's good, but you maybe have to say a lie and that's bad. So sometimes it's important to understand what our purpose is here. Why did Dadaji bring us here? Okay? So let me just go back. How many of us think that there's a purpose to our life? Is there a reason that you're born? Is there a reason that you're born? What's the reason? 1 second, I'll let these kids say. What's the reason, Ms. Mary? Virgin. What's the reason? Why are you born? What do you have a purpose to be born here? What is the purpose? You forgot your purpose. What do you say? You don't know. Anybody else? Yes. Born into this religion because we've done something good in previous lives. Very good. And you, darling? Very good. Get rid of the bad things. And? Huh? See the truth. All of you are absolutely right. You're very lucky to be born into this religion. You're very right that you're born back because you maybe have to keep cleansing yourself of any other past deeds that you must have done in this life or other. And because you have to see the truth. The truth means, why are we here? Who is Dadaji? Who am I? Okay? So, the first part about understanding the truth is to understand that there's more to you than this body. Right? Can I have a volunteer? Come here, Cyrus. Come. Go. So, all of us, when we see Cyrus, what do you see? Describe Cyrus. Blue color shirt. Huh? Specs. Topi. Okay. Okay. So you're seeing his body. Cyrus, speak. Do you think? What do you think? Think of what? Okay. So he has a brain. He thinks. Can you see? Did you see his thoughts right now? Do you know what he's thinking? He's thinking, why did this auntie pull me up here? He's probably thinking that, but you can't see it. Can you say it? Can you see his thoughts? No. What else can you not see in Cyrus right now? We cannot see it, but Dadaji can see it. What can we not see? The heart. What else? Anybody? The lungs. What else? It's the body. The soul. The bones. The soul. The beliefs. Very good. Now you're understanding. So go sit down there. Thank you. So only you can't see the truth. You're right. My friend, these kids are so smart. You're right. So yes, you cannot see his soul. You cannot see his thoughts. You cannot see his emotions, his desires. You cannot see his past good words, good thoughts, good deeds, or you can't see his bad words, bad thoughts, good deeds. But Dadaji can see it all. So understanding the truth means understanding we have these three levels in us. We have a body that we all can see. We have a mind that thinks while we are living. And we have a soul that we cannot see or right now we're not in touch, but there are people that are in touch with their soul, right? Who's in touch with their soul? Who's this? Who's this? No, who's this? Shaloras? Who's this? See, he's in touch with his soul. He knows. He's in touch with God. God is his best friend. He knows his soul. He understands. He can hear his soul talk to him. We cannot do all that. So we have a long way to go. We have a long way to progress down this road that we call truth. The road of truth is a very, very long road. Dadaji is at the very end. And we have a lot of learning to do. We have to understand. So now let me see here. I'll go back to this one. I'll go back 1 minute. So when we have to learn the truth, we come here to learn the truth. So when we have a body, a mind, and a soul, that means we are here, we're struggling for something, right? You had said that we are trying to cleanse our past deeds, correct? When somebody here said we have to cleanse our aura, correct? Right. So So how do you do that? You do that by following the path of religion. That means apne sadro kasi pere, apne bhanya, apne matha par topi rakhe, right? Apne mathavani bhanya, right? Understand? Does everybody understand? Apne mathavani bhanya. Fun. At the same time, apne je man ma je kharab vichar aave. I'm selfish vichar aave, or you angry at somebody, or anything that is negative, તે આપને સાફ કરવાનું છે. તે સાફ કરીને આપને આપણા જ મન સાફ કરવાનું છે. આપણા જે ખોટા ડિઝાયર્સ હોય, આ લાગે કે હું આ ચોરી કરી દઉં યા મૂકી દઉં, તો આ બધા ખોટા વિચારો, we have to cleanse these વિચારો. If we think, if we're jealous કે એને કાંઈ બધું છે અને મને કાંઈ નથી, all these thoughts આપણા ભણવાથી ને આપણું, we have to try hard to fight against them. So this is what we're following the path of truth means, okay? The struggle between all these three things. And once our mind is so clean, then we'll start hearing our soul talk to us. It's like our conscience. You know, when you do something wrong, your conscience hurts you, right? You understand what conscience is? So everybody knows conscience hurts. So the more you try to do the right thing, the more your conscience will talk to you. So it's like this. If your friend is there and he keeps telling you, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and you ignore him, finally he's going to give up. He's not going to talk to you. He's going to say, let him do it. And then you're going to do something wrong. So your conscience is like that. If you keep ignoring it, yes, darling, quote. Huh? Oh, this is a book here. Very good. So if you keep ignoring your conscience, it's like ignoring your friend who's telling you to do something right. Correct? All right. So that's part of the struggle of following the path of truth. Okay? So the other question is, why did we come here then? Does anybody know why are we on earth and Dadaji is everywhere and why are we here? What are we doing here? Anybody can answer me? Nobody can answer me? Why do your parents send you to school? So we can study, we can learn. Yes. To learn and to study. So, right. So why are we sent to earth then? Why did Dadaji send us to earth then? Earth, yes, darling? I can't read your name. Sorry? To accomplish, what is the goal? To be truthful in life, to follow the path of truth. Very good. Very good. So these, yes, darling? Be pure in soul. So it's a school. Life is a school because life has full of temptations. Things try to push you in the wrong way, and you have to learn how to be strong. You have to learn how to do the right thing. If somebody is bullying somebody, you can turn away and walk away. That would be the wrong thing. But maybe you can tell the teacher, that would be right. Maybe you can pray something. Maybe you pray to Bharam to help. That would be right. So it's teaching you how to handle things, how to be truthful, how to do right. Bold, darling, yes. You can ignore if somebody is just being silly, but sometimes it's also good to just be strong enough to say the truth. So if I say something, if somebody says, okay, your husband is like this or your mother is like that, it's just words, but I can still defend. I can still say, no, what are you talking about? My husband isn't like this, my mother isn't like that. I can say the truth, and I can be strong enough to say the truth. So this life teaches you to be strong sometimes, right? People tell you, okay, why are you wearing this? Like when I go to Lagan Naujod, I have my sadro kasi on, and you know the fashion today is that women have to have no sleeves and all these things. Okay, I still wear my sadro kasi, and my friends tell me, and they're adults, they're not young. They tell me, why do you wear sadro kasi for 1 hour? It's okay. So I say back to them, for 1 hour, why do I have to leave all my tariqat, all my truth, all my path, just for 1 hour? So sometimes it takes strength. Sometimes it takes strength also, right? Right? Today you're all wearing topi because you've been asked to wear topi, correct? Right now there's a young boy from US, okay? And he just became a Navar. And you know what he did? He went home to the US and he, started school, and he told his dad, he said, I want to wear my topi to school. Dad says, are you kidding me? Why don't you wear a ball cap instead to go to school? So the boy, little boy, he said, no, Dad, I'm now a priest and I have a responsibility. I'm going to wear my topi. Well, the mom and dad were scared because the kids in school are going to harass him. What is this? He's coming now from India and wearing a topi. I mean, nobody wears anything like that there. So they talked to the teacher and the principal. Teacher and principal said it's okay if he wants to wear, no problem. So this kid, on his own, in spite of his parents also saying don't do it, because they're worried about him, he said no, I will, because I said I'm going to cover my head, I'm going to cover my head. See, that takes strength. Do you not agree? That is incredible strength, right? Can you guys do that? You guys wear topi at school? No. You're scared to. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, okay? So we're here, we've come down here as a schooling, and these are the things we learn. We not only learn to tell the truth, we learn to understand why we're here, and we learn to stand up for the truth. Okay? And so standing up for the truth then is this. Haven't you been taught that you are soldiers? Haven't you been taught that you are soldiers for good in the battle of good and evil? How many of you have been taught that? Are bapre. Only one, only two, only three, only 4, 5. You've been taught that, nah? You also, yes, Sally. You've been taught that you are soldiers for good? Okay. So this being soldiers for good is something like I just said. When somebody is doing something wrong, that time you can also say what's right and the truth. But it also means fighting this weakness that we have in us. Today we're all scared to wear our topi in school. Other kids will make fun of us. Some of us are scared to wear sadro kasti. Other kids will make fun of us. Right? So you must be strong. You must learn to fight all these wrong thoughts. These are wrong thoughts, and you must be strong enough to fight. Yeah, darling. Havove, you can call me Havove. Okay, you can call me ma'am. Because you are men, you are boys, but girls all don't always have the same kind of dresses, right? Yeah. In India, you guys all have uniforms. Even girls have. In Canada, US, Australia, there's no uniforms. You can wear whatever you want to school. So it's like going home and going to the gymkhana. You're going to wear whatever you want. It's like that. So it's better for you to have the uniforms when you can wear your sadro, but many people are afraid. Anything, okay. You understand what I'm saying? What are you saying? Yeah, no one will come to know in here, in India, but in other countries, people come to know. In India and other countries, going to school is like a fashion parade. People dress up very well, they come TikTok like you going to a party. So, yeah. It's much better to wear a shirt and proper clothing, much better. But see, you don't have the struggle. You're not having this. Today, the girls in India, see how they're struggling when they go to Lagan or Navjot, right? Some of them are not being able to wear sadro kasti. Correct? Correct? Because they're not fully covered, the girls, right? Right now. So they're struggling. They're struggling to look pretty or to wear their sadro kasti. This is where the strength has to come in within you. I have to be strong enough to follow my path and not let my path go. Okay? All right. All right. You want to go home? How bad of you? Okay. Okay. I want to ask you a question. How do you know? Everybody knows good words, good thoughts, good deeds. How do you know what is good and what isn't good? Bol. Conscience. Very good answer. How do you know what's good and what isn't good? Anybody can tell me? Sometimes we don't know, huh? Adults tell you. It's a very good answer. Adults tell you, yes. And sometimes you have to listen to them when you don't know. But let me ask you, what do you call this? So we call it soccer. Right. So you guys call it football, right? When you kick the ball and play, yeah, it's football. We call it soccer. Yeah. So tell me, if you're playing football, guys, if you're playing football and you have made this perfect goal, okay? You kicked the ball, you brought it up with your knee, you hit it with your head, and it's gone right in the goal. Perfect maneuver, okay? But what if it went in the wrong goal? What if it went in the other team's goal? Who would be cheering? The other team. And what would your team be doing? They'd be saying, oh no, right? Right, well, it could be anything. So in life, all our actions, our words, our deeds are this kind of a game that we're playing for Dadaji or for Araman. So when we do something wrong, Araman is cheering away, yay, because we put it in the wrong goal. But when we do something right, then Dadaji and all the Yazids are cheering because we've done it right. So we have to know the difference between what's right and wrong. And sometimes it's hard to say. So sometimes we need help. Sometimes like this, Ulrich said that we have to ask our parents. That's true. The other thing is you have to follow their path. Sometimes our Sadro Kasi Jaj, when we pray to Atas, when we do our proper prayers and everything, all these things help us understand what is the right and what is the wrong. Because then you can hear your conscience better, right? Barabar che? Much? Okay? So, you guys are a bit young, but if the young people, I think I just want to say to them that just go home and keep talking to Dadaji, keep doing your prayers and talk to Dadaji, involve him in everything. It's all like a big game, okay? You have to play for the right side. You have to play for Dadamas and you have to not play for Araman. You have to do all the good things. You have to get the right people, the Yazid, the Namisasans cheering for you, right? I want to ask the older kids if they have any questions. Something like, why is there chokhai and why do we have to wear Sadrokasi? Why can't we not take cell phones in that this Bayamagyari? Does anybody know? Pardon? Light and vibrations, right? Right. Okay. Okay, so let me explain it to you differently, because some people think it's okay if I put it on silent. Okay? But it's not really okay. Why is it not okay? Because if you were at a party, have you ever been to a party where you're sitting beside somebody and you're trying to talk to the person right beside you and you can't hear them and they can't hear you? How many times have we done that? Yes? You're yelling at the person. Yeah, because of the music. You're yelling, right, at the person. So when you go to Atasgram and Agyari and Dadga, we're not yelling at Atas, and Atas is not yelling at us, right? We're communicating through thought vibration. Our prayers are also a subtle vibration that we're creating. So what does the phone do? The phone is like an interference. It's an interference. It's a disturbance in those vibrations. Correct? So that is why we don't take the phone in the Atasgram. When you go on flight mode, the phone when you go on flight, the phone disturbs the controls. So they ask you to keep your phone on flight mode. But Atasgram Agyari is not a flight. Atasvara Madhyari is something that is even greater than that. It's very subtle vibrations, and you want to hear Dadaji. You want to communicate with Dadaji. So you have to shut your phone off and keep it outside, because Atasvara mode is outside. Okay? It's not flight mode. Flight mode is for flights. Atasvara mode is outside. Go keep it at home.
In the army, when they're fighting a war and they're about to die,
Yeah.
when the Sandra custody during the war, they said that they cannot take prayers or they are the Sandra custody.
Why is that correct? Well, I'm wondering why they wouldn't have a Sadrokas if they don't have. The religious thing is what's going to protect them. It's not that they won't. It's not that bad things will not happen to you. The religious things help you do the right thing. You know, in our life, everything can go wrong, right? You've seen our brothers and sisters going through ups and downs. We see our parents go through ups and downs. We see health and sickness. In life, things happen. And sometimes we don't have a choice in how things happen. But our sadro and kasi and our prayers and our daily attuning to Dadar means our daily talking to Dadar Mazda helps our minds, brings us peace, shows us the right direction, shows us how to handle a situation. Samajh na? So there are different ways that the Sadro Kasi help you, and then of course when you are dying, you want to wear the Sadro Kasi because that's the time that your soul is leaving the body. You want to have it on. But like if you are going swimming and you're in a swimming meet or something and you don't have your Sadro Kasi on, you can't start saying all your prayers. Because those prayers are meant to be in that chokhu environment, that pure environment, because you're calling Yazid, you're calling Amasasas. Then Yathavari and Shemu is good for that time. But it's not good that you can just take off your Sadro Kasi and only pray Yatha Hashem. That is not the right path. That is just in those rare cases when you cannot wear your Sadro. Right? Yes, darling. What's the difference? These are big questions, Baba. Okay. What's the difference between you and your 5 fingers and your arm? Is there a difference? What's the difference? They are only one with you, right? Come here, I want to see. Let me see. It doesn't come out? No? So, if you are Ahura Mazda, you're not. But if you're Ahura Mazda, you can extend this hand, okay? That's the hand that Ahura Mazda extends to us, all the Yazids to us, all the Yazids and Amisas. These are all but you need 7 fingers, okay? These are all the Amisasans. So it's all part of the same thing, but each finger does something different, right? You can't pinch a paper with these fingers. You can pinch a paper with this thumb and finger. So they all have different work. Your hands have different work. Your toes have different work. They help you stand up. Your feet have different work, right? But you're still Wuzin, all of you. So it's like that. So Yazid and Amasasans are extensions of Ahura Mazda, and they do specific jobs, and they help specifically. They're like extensions in life, just like your hand and arm are extensions. Is that understandable to you? Okay, where you go. More complicated questions, huh? Chalo, anything else? Yes? Huh? See, some people do say that you can keep your kasi on, but I think the kasi and the sadro work when they're dry and they have to be clean, right? So normally when you remove a sadro kasi, I mean, I'm sure you don't do it, but I mean the right way to do it, okay? Like the models would do it that way. When they remove their sadro kasi to go for a shower, then they would have to take a badge. There's a special badge that you pray, right? And you take a badge because when you're saying that I'm without my sadro kasi and you're calling the Yazid and Amisasins to help you, while you are not protected. It's like when Rustam goes to sleep and he takes off his sword and shield and puts it over there, right? And he goes to sleep. Then Rusk is there to help him when the lion came and when the witch came, or something like that. Remember when Malcolm told you these stories? Yeah. Remember, so when Rustam was sleeping, Rusk was helping him. So similarly, when we remove our Sadra Kasti, we have a special prayer that we do, a badge, and then we take it off. Okay? All right. What else? What else? Anything else? Any questions you have? I can try to answer. Any questions you have? Yes, darling. I can sense a complicated question coming up. Bol. Bol, yeah, we both have so other people can hear.
It's like when something bad is about to happen,
Yes.
or an accident, or something not quite according to safety.
Right.
God helps us. Like, or the thing help us like for the situation. We don't get any kind of confusion. Like, if we supposedly we are danger and any accident has happened in the world, all over the world. So if we say, okay, this is God help us, people help us. Sometimes, why do we, get
Sometimes it doesn't look like it's helping, right? Very interesting question. So yes, of course, when we are in trouble, we will pray to God. We will pray to Dadar Mazda. Okay? And we can only pray. When you pray something, what you have to remember is you cannot pray for something. You cannot pray like, I want to pass this exam, I want to do this, because you have a life, and Dadaji is sometimes you're a soldier, okay? You're a soldier for good, correct? So if you're a soldier in a war, your job is to go out there and fight the enemy. Sometimes bad things happen, sometimes good. It's just what the difference is, which side you're on while you're living and how hard you're working while you're doing that, while you're fighting the fight. But of course, Dadaji will come to your aid, not necessarily the way we think sometimes. Not necessarily the way we think. And we think, oh, how bad this situation. But then, sometimes people in very bad situations, and they've gone through very bad situations, okay? Very, very bad. Sometimes they take a long time to understand why they went through this situation. Why didn't Dadaji help them, they will think, okay? But in the end, Dadaji might be training them for something better, a bigger job, a better way. There are many people who have become paralyzed and have now come out in the world and helped so many other people deal with paralysis. Similarly, some people have gone through some violent crime, and for that period of time, of course, they are in terrible trouble, but they're dealing with it. And afterwards, they have to come out and say, how can I make this work? How do I make this work into something good? And then we try to turn it into something good. But the loss, everybody has to come and everybody has to go in life. He killed his own son. Pikukab, it's very sad. We don't know what our destiny holds, my darling. I don't have all that answers for you. Does somebody else have an answer for me? Yes, please do. Yes. Haji. તમે અહીંયા આવો કે જરાક સમજાય કારણ કે માઇક
Please. Because God always does something.
Right.
Initially we feel that what happened shouldn't have happened. But in the hindsight,
Right.
you feel that what happened was the best in your interest that happened.
100%.
And I'll give you my own personal example. Demonstrate. When I was 27 years old, I went to Dubai for the first time. I went abroad. And I also wanted to go. I had never gone abroad. I was studying. So this was my first trip. So my cousin sister who lives in Canada, she told me that since you're coming all the way to Dubai, why don't you come to Canada also? So I said, since I'm going on, I'll visit Dubai also, I'll go to Canada. And with that intention in mind, I went to take my visa. I first went to the Canadian consulate. And my negative.
Yeah,
So I
negative.
think it tend to settle there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what happened? Now, what happened that we spent about a month in Dubai, and I was to come on a particular date, say 17th of January. And in the morning, I got a call that my father passed away. He passed away in the fire that was praying to God in Havove here. Now, what I want to tell you is that, of course, it did hurt me when your father is not there, suddenly you hear that he passed away. A strange coincidence, I had booked my ticket on the same day evening, and I got to know that my father passed away in the morning. Okay? Now, had I been in Canada, I would never have been able to see my father's original face. Here, at least, I paid my respects, I saw my father's face, I did all the prayers. So, in the hindsight, what I'm trying to tell you is that there was a greater purpose in my visa being rejected. This is all I want to share.
Robert, absolutely, 100%. And that same way, you have to look at everything that if something bad happens to you in your life, you will hurt, it will be very difficult. But you have to find the positive in it. Right? You have to somehow find the positive. Anybody else? Anybody have some questions? No? Ladies, any questions? No? I see a lot of tears here. I think this topic is something everybody wants to talk about. You want to share some experiences? Anybody? No? Tears are good, you know. Tears are very good because they connect us. When everything in life is perfect, when we have everything given to us and we have a big, beautiful home and we have 3 meals a day and we go to school and we have our clothes, when everything is perfect, we forget about Dadar Mazda because we think we got it all. What do I need him for? Only it's sadly, when something goes wrong, then we reach out to Dadar Mazda. And when we cry, those tears are like devotion. They bring us closer to him. So it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay. It's a good thing. It's Dadaji's way of showing you love and helping you connect to him. Anybody else? Sorry? Please.
He's telling us all this while is to do the right thing. You know, the right thing is to speak the truth and be honest. But one very important thing which she also mentioned, and I'll just reiterate, is to do the right thing even when no one is watching you. You be honest, you do the right thing when your servers are there, when your parents are there. But when nobody is around, you still do it the right thing. You still continue being honest. Is one very subtle message of Radha. I want to leave you with this.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Thank you all. You have been so attentive and, really good answers and questions from all of you. And I'm sure people watching this in other countries will really be helped a lot. Thank you so much for coming here and keep doing your prayers. Keep talking to Dadar Mazda and keep being good soldiers for the good side, right? Okay, thank you.
I want to ask you all a simple question. આપણે બધા જાતના કપડાં પહેરીએ, જાતના શૂઝ પહેરીએ. No, so you listen. If you don't know something, then you need to listen, child. Okay? The important thing is આપણે બધાને બ્રાન્ડ બહુ ગમે છે always, right? આપણે કયા બ્રાન્ડના શૂઝ પહેરીએ? Skechers, Adidas, Nike, that's right. બીજું તો કપડામાં આપણે શું પહેરીએ? What do we wear? Tell me. Calvin Klein na period. Louis, that's right. Marks and Spencer's. Can you tell me? Can all of you, one of you, tell me which is the biggest brand in the world? In what? Only in fashion. But not in every other thing. Tommy Hilfiger, but that's also in fashion. What other brand do you know of? That's shoes. But that's not in clothes. These are in clothes, but that's not in shoes. That's right, but those are in specific areas. Do you know which is the biggest brand in the world? Hey, can you tell me which is the biggest brand in the world? You are close, but not there. Should I tell you what it is? The biggest brand, Chen, the biggest brand is brand Parsi. What you are. Do you know why it is the biggest brand in the world? Because it is one of the oldest brands in the world. Parsis have been around for thousands of years. It is not now. And today, if you see in the world, how are you respected? Whenever a Parsi is there, people will respect you. हाँ, ये तो बाबाजी है. He's a good person. What is the perception in everybody's mind about a Parsi? He's a good person. He's a nice person. He will not do anything wrong. He's a truthful person. Do you know something? 200 years ago, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, whenever there was a court case, and normally in court, what do we see? The judge says, and you have to take oath, right? On a holy book, that I will say the truth and nothing besides the truth. Correct? You've seen that in movies, na? मैं सच बोलूंगा और सच के सिवा और कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा. Wherever, on whichever book. 200 years ago, in these countries, Parsis were exempt from this rule. They did not have to swear on any holy book. Why? Do you know why? Exactly. They were absolutely truthful. And the whole world knew it. कि આ પારસી છે કોઈ જૂઠું નહીં બોલશે એની પાસે ઓથ લેવાની જરૂર નથી. That is what makes brand Parsi. That is what makes you and me. Today we are special. We are not like anybody and everybody. The world looks at you differently. तो पारसी છે. કાંઈ? You tell me why? Because our forefathers, our ancestors have followed a code of conduct which is like that. એવી રીતે એ લોકોએ બિહેવ કીધેલું છે. એવી રીતે રાજ કીધેલું છે. In the past there were kings. They have ruled in such a way that the world has seen them as on top. But they are not ordinary. આપણા જેવા નથી. They are something to be looked up to. Can you name a few of our good kings in the past who have made these kind of examples? Cyrus the Great, one of the best examples is Cyrus. Who? That's right. Cyrus the Great is the only king in history in the whole of the world who finds his name in the religious books of other people. આપણી કોઈ બી રિલિજિયસ બુક્સોમાં બીજા એ લોકોનું નામ નહીં મળશે તમને કોઈ બી બુક્સમાં. જે જૂઝની બુક્સ છે એ લોકોની જે હોલી બુક છે, સાયરસ ઇઝ નેમ્ડ 24 times. એટલું એને રિસ્પેક્ટ આપેલું છે. એટલું કાંઈ? વાય? They have established every behavior established કીધેલી છે રાજાઓએ that puts them on top as special, as the best of the people. They are worshipped. They have a code of conduct. એવી રીતે પોતાનો રૂલ કરે. ગાંડાગેલાની નહીં કરે રૂલ. પૈસા બનાવ્યા, લોકોને મારી નાખ્યા, ગમે તે કીધું. નો, એ લોકો રૂલ ઓફ લો એસ્ટાબ્લિશ કરે. And they rule in such a way that people want to be ruled by them. Cyrus was a ruler of 21 nations. Can you believe it? Right, exactly. He was an Achaemenian king. Right from Africa, Europe on this side, right to Russia on this side. The whole of Asia was under him. Can you imagine one person who is the supreme ruler? Why? Why did people accept him? Because of the kind of rules that he made, the kind of behavior that he displayed, the kind of examples that he made. He was tolerant. But the religion ne tolerate karte to. કોઈ બી રિલિજનને ડાઉન નહીં કરે કે નહીં તું તો અધર છે, હું આઈ એમ ધ બેસ્ટ. નેવર. હું બી છું, તમે બી છો. ગોડે તમને જે રૂલ્સ આપ્યા છે તમે ફોલો કરો. જે ગોડે મને રૂલ્સ આપ્યા છે હું ફોલો કરું. And that is how the word Parsi, brand Parsi has come. So you should be very, very proud, all of you. You are descendants and owners of that brand too. Adidas and Nike are all just material things. આપણા shoes છે, clothes છે. But તમે as a person, what are you? You are Parsi.
But may I teach that? For a brand, you have to keep the brand.
Yes.
Right? You have to maintain it.
That is
If
your
a
responsibility.
brand Nike starts making lousy shoes, then we are no longer be famous. So it is in your hands now to uphold that brand, right? Sorry.
No, that's thanks you said that, because that is exactly what I was coming to. You need to uphold that brand. આપણી ડ્યુટી છે. આપણા ફોરફાધર્સે તે ડ્યુટી કીધી, હજારો વર્ષ કીધી. And that is why today you and I enjoy that great stature in society. And it is our duty to maintain it. We must proudly say that we are Parsis. Bol beta.
So, but there are so many stories about this man. Why is it so many stories about Parsis? And why is it written in some history schools?
So, good, very good question. A lot of this is written beta in different places. Yes. But see, I'll tell you what is the problem. Today Parsis in numbers have been reduced to a small majority. Okay, we are not large in number. Today everybody looks at numbers. They look at size and they vote. But that doesn't reduce our contribution in any way. If you see Parsi history, there is a lot of stories and a lot of information that you will get if you go to the right source. Right books વાંચશો ને, for example, આંટીની ચોપડીઓ વાંચશો, in simple terms she will explain to you what સદરો પસ્તી કાંઈ પહેરવાનો, કાંઈ કોઈ ડોરો બી આપણે બોડી પરથી નહીં ઉતારાય. This little boy was asking just now કે કાંઈ ખોટું બી થાય જ, or if we are praying to God all the time બધું સારું થવું જોઈએ. That does not necessarily happen. કારણ કે આપણી દુનિયામાં evil also plays a role. Evil નું બી કામ ચાલુ હોય છે. Dadar Ahura Mazda is there, he is supporting you, helping you, but you have to help him back. You have to work with him. When that doesn't happen, then Ahriman steps in. Ahriman steps in sometimes. And then things start going wrong. But you cannot sit that tight. You have to fight back, saying nothing doing. तूने બે જણ મારતો હોય, બુક્કા મારતો હોય તો તું શું કરે? તું રડવા બેસે? મને બધા બચાવો બચાવો. No. You start boxing back, no? બે મૂકે, ત્રણ મૂકે, finally you might find that you will get the better of them. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to fight back. You cannot accept nonsense. દાદાજી પાસે મદદ માંગવાની, બૂમાબૂમ કરવાની, મને પ્લીઝ હેલ્પ કરો, I want to do good. That's when you start coming back on top. Correct? Because duality is always there. The world is placed with good and bad, but do all the time good doesn't work. Evil also will raise its head because we are not perfect. Okay, if we were perfect, our feet would not be on the ground. We would be flying in the air like other saints. Right? When we see saints, what do we see? આપણે મહાભારત એટલે બધી સિરિયલો જોતા હતા, શું જોતા હતા? ઋષિ મુનિઓ હવામાં ચાલતા હતા. Remember? They could move from one place to another. અગાઉના આપણા જે એ લોકો હતા, મોટા વડવાઓ ને સેન્સો હતા, they also could do all this. They used to stay in open. જેમ આજે મોટા મોટા ઋષિઓના નામ આપણે સમજ્યા જ ને, કયા ઋષિઓના નામ સમજ્યા? ઋષિ વેદવ્યાસ, ઋષિ ભરદ્વાજ. Correct? We've heard these names, right? Gautam Rishi. They were great. Why were they great? Because they had great spiritual power. And they were Hindus. આપણા ઝોરાસ્ટ્રિયન જરથોસ્તીઓમાં બી એવા ઘણા સેન્સો હતા જે કે ઘણા મોટી મિરેકલ્સો કરી જતા હતા. They were not ordinary people. એ લોકોની બી ઘણી મોટી સ્ટોરીઝ છે. ઓકે, એન્ડ દેટ ઇઝ ઓલ ડોક્યુમેન્ટેડ. લાસ્ટ સમય જે એક લેક્ચર થયેલું હતું અંકલનું, તેમાં વેરિયસ મિરેકલ્સ હેવ બીન ડોક્યુમેન્ટેડ. યુ વિલ ફાઇન્ડ ઇટ ઓન યુટ્યુબ.
Yes. Our nation will come to India. You're in a motherland or some other country, right? So we are not writing the history books. We are not the ones making the laws. We are not the ones doing these things. We have contributed greatly to society, but we are not the ones running that country. It's not a Zoroastrian country. But when we have a Zoroastrian country, and then it always happens that whoever wins the war, they destroy everything of the other community. So our stuff was destroyed, but that doesn't mean that we don't have the dispute, right?
Because I was asking as we mostly talk on the backbone of India.
So mostly?
Mostly on the backbone of India.
Yes, you are the backbone of India and you need to be so proud of it because so few in number have contributed so much. તું ખાલી બોમ્બેમાં જ જશો તો જો કેટલી પાર્ટીઓની ચીજો તમને મળશે. Absolutely. Super. Then Jamshedji Tata, JRD Tata, so many names you can say. And you can just see all around you. કેટલું કીધેલું છે લોકોએ. Homi Baba, wonderful. See, science, again different field. Business, different field. Philanthropy, charity માં different field. Education માં કેટલા પાર્ટીઓ હતા. Super. See, today we have something to do. Yes. A Parsi thinks of the world. He doesn't think of himself. He doesn't restrict himself to his community. He thinks of everybody. because everybody has to go together to God. God doesn't say have differences. नहीं ये तो जुड़ो छे इससे बात नहीं करवानी. No way. But at the same time, we must stay what we are. We must not get mixed with them. We must not become Hindus and Muslims and Christians, because God wants you to be a Parsi. So you stay a Parsi, correct? You don't do different things. You are asked to do something else.
And so, one of the biggest companies, Tata, it's also developed like it's not overnight.
No?
It's over 150 million.
Of course. That's right. Yes. And today you have heard about the Tata brand, correct? It is one of the best brands in the world. Why? Because it has certain values inside, right?
But also that we
Yes.
British in the world of
Honesty, good business,
due to the
correct? No cheating. These are all rules Tatas follow. But what are those rules? Tell me. Those are the rules which all Parsis follow. And Mr. Tata was a Parsi, right? So he brought that Parsi-panu into Tatas, and that is why Tatas has existed for 150 years. It is these very things that has brought him up. So brand Tata may be one of the biggest brands in the world, but it is a subset of another brand. And what is that brand? That's right. Brand Parsi is the big brand. All these come out of that brand because they are followers of the Parsi faith. And today many people will tell you कि હવે આપણે પારસી નહીં બોલવાનું આપણા સેલ્ફને, we must call ourselves Zoroastrians, બધાને accept કરવાના, tell them nothing doing. We are Parsis and we will stay Parsis all our life. Nobody else has a right to be called Parsi. Only those who are born of both Parsi parents are Parsis. Remember that ever, always. Many people will try and misguide you and tell you, नहीं 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 હવે તો બધું જ ચાલે, બધાને accept કરવાના આપુને. Tell them, sorry. No. That is not brand Parsi and we will not accept it. Okay? Havove auntie? Anything more?
On this topic only, Maya.
Yes.
So, brand Parsi, let me just say, it doesn't mean that we're prejudiced, huh? Why can anybody say that? Because I'll give you my own example, my own family. I have a brother who is adopted, not this one, this is big now. But I have an adopted brother who is a Hindu. And my parents have brought him up as a Hindu, not as a Parsi in our own family. So this is true respect for other people and other cultures and other religions. This is what it is called to be respectful of other people. To lie to my brother and say, nahi yaar tu Parsi ki topi pehne deo, Parsi che kahin hai, it would be a lie to him. It would be like me taking you and saying that you are a Hindu or you are a Christian. And you will wonder one day, I wonder who my parents, I wonder who I am, where I came from, what my culture is. So my brother was not denied any of that, and you must think of your friends, your family. We all have people in our families who might have married out and gone into different religions, are coming in. But you have to keep them in their religion and give all the respect. All the respect. If you stay as a Parsi, you maintain your culture, that's what we have done, right? This is true respect, right? So, I think we're done. And
Okay, so back to this brand Parsi business. Do you know we have a Parsi anthem, all of you? That's right. So can we all sing it? Come on, let's sing it. We did that at the other place, right? So we'll do it again, all of us. Not the whole thing, just one paragraph. Okay? Chalo, kaun guide starting ma? Start, come on. Parsi com. Remember the words, okay? ચાલો આપણે એક કથા વરીએ અને બે અશ્વિન બહુ બોલીએ બધા. A big thank you to all of you, scouters, rovers, guides. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Havove auntie.